28, 2025. First things first, let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. Look, y'all, I had titled it General Hospital, so hopefully it fits. I meant Beyond the Gates. I had wrote the wrong title up there. But yeah, first thing first, let me know your thoughts on today's episode down below. Did y'all like it? Who do y'all think the kids in the photo is? So far, the only kids we've seen on the show is Samantha and Terrell, right? But I think the lady said something about one of them should be prepping for college. They not twins, is they? They twins. Didn't they say Samantha was 17 or something like that? I don't know, but yeah, do y'all think that the kids in front of the photo is Terrell and Samantha? Let me know down below. I was like, so far they the only kids on the show, ain't it? Aside from that girl, what was her name, Jessica? Hey, how you doing today? Aside from the girl, wasn't they the only kids, or aren't they the only kids on the show, if I'm not mistaken? But yeah, what y'all think of the episode? Do y'all think the kids that's in the photo is Terrell and Samantha? Maybe that's why they've been steady showing them and stuff, and how they want them to be honest, and they was speaking on, you know, how they came from, where they came from. But I don't know, it might be somebody else. But okay, so first we're gonna start with Ashley and Shanice and Andre. So she still feels some type of way, or she still feels some type of way about Shanice talking to Derek, and she was just questioning. They was going back and forth about that, and Shanice was saying how she don't like the way she's treating her or whatever, but if she want her to fall back from Derek, she'll do that. She's like, you don't gotta listen to me and all this other stuff. I was, girl, make up your mind. Then next thing you know, Andre walked through, but they was standing up there going back and forth for a little minute though. Andre ends up talking to Ashley. I think he said he came there because somebody he know was supposed to meet up with his Uncle Ted, but they canceled or something like that. So they started talking about her Ashley going out and stuff like that. She said she haven't really been anywhere. So he asked her where she would want to go. She said Paris. So this man had, I said, he did that fast, didn't he? I said, look, he ain't playing no games about Ashley, is he? He had one of them little hats they be wearing over there in Paris, brought to her, delivered to her or whatever, and told her to stop by his place or whatever. And she ends up stopping by. So they having a little dinner. They supposed to be dancing this week and stuff. And he said something before he got there. Before he left there, I mean. He said something about he wants something real, and he made a comment about supermodels. I think Ashley was the first person that said something about that. I said, she taking shots at, what's her name? Danny. But yeah, they supposed to be dancing this week. I was like, well, if you've been watching the show from the beginning, I can't say we all been saying it, but I've definitely been saying it. I definitely been saying he was into her. She was into him. This is the first time soap I've ever seen with no very young children, except for that baby born in the elevator. Yep, true that. They said they probably bring a baby. People are speculating that Haley gonna end up hiring somebody to give birth or give her a baby. So we'll see how that plays out. But I don't know. I see, so far, probably because they just getting off the ground, so they might end up, adding new characters and stuff like that. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Like I said, the last thing with Ashley, she ends up showing up. That's when they sit down. They finna get ready to have dinner together and everything. Even Leslie, she's still allowing her mama to manipulate her. And Ted should have told Eva no. I mean, he hasn't officially said he was gonna do it, but after that hug, you kind of assumed that he finna get ready to get her this long. I said, you know who it's for. Doggone well it's for her mama. Do not help her out. That's another thing for Nicole to be mad about. Hold on, y'all. Not just Nicole, Kat as well. But yeah, with Eva and Leslie, they end up sitting down and stuff like that. Leslie wanted Eva to pick up the check. They got to talking. Leslie basically said she been struggling. She lost her job. She couldn't find a bartender job. They wanted somebody younger, all this other stuff. And she was just talking to Eva about it. So then she had an idea. I said she finna go to Ted. She ends up going to Ted. She asked Ted for a loan. It's the least you could do because, she took care of Eva all these years and stuff like that by herself. I was like, what she do with the 50? Because I just thought about it. Before she came there, I was like, what she do with that $50,000? Then she didn't deny it when he was saying how she used it on, her clothes and stuff like that. I said, at least play it off. But yeah, I said, no doggone well. You ain't spending no $50,000 on these doggone clothes. Probably in them wigs too, y'all. But they say everybody children grown. Yep. But yeah, let's see. I gotta backtrack. I don't skip the head. Let me see. We gonna come back. Leslie wanted Eva to pick up the check or whatever. She was talking to her, and they were just talking about how she lost her job, and she just started the manipulation or whatever. Excuse me. She started the manipulation. They cut to Tomas and Cat getting dressed. He said, "You got dressed pretty quick." I said, "Oh my goodness." And he was just asking her, how was it? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? You ain't got time to go one more. We'll go one more round. He said, "You ain't got." Oh, I gotta whisper. I forgot. You ain't got time to go do it again or whatever. She's like, "No." He asked her how was it and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, she said something about it was lovely. Then she said it was lovely, and he could tell something was wrong or whatever. I said she did not enjoy it. She did not enjoy it at all, and that's what she told Chelsea. Y'all, spoiler alert. She did not like it. But yeah, he had asked her, was it worth the wait? And she was just playing along, but you could tell. You could tell. I said, see? Then he went, because I don't think I wrote this part down because it was kind of fast. He came to Orphan, that's where Eva was, but she was about to get ready to leave. He was like, I'm sorry about yesterday and stuff like that. I'm sorry. And she was like, she want to talk about it, but, she can't right now because something going on with her mama. He's like, what's going on? Trying to talk to her and all this other stuff. She was like, rain check. I said, no, don't do it. You next. I said, you next, don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. Do not do it. Oh, my goodness, don't do it. I said, you going to be next. You said you was done. You said the end. I said, don't be like your sister. Do not be like your sister. What else? Naomi ends up saying to Jacob that she met up with June's sister. Her name is Regina. I don't know why I keep calling this lady. Why I call her? I call her something else. I said it in one of the videos I just created or whatever. Hold on. They couldn't have one scene with her serving drinks to fans. Her probably asked where Liz would work at, and writers created a job for. Yeah, that would have been interesting. How much longer do y'all think Liz is gonna be on the show? Has anybody heard anything? Because apparently they ain't cracking no case no time soon. Apparently she ain't going nowhere no time soon. But yeah, to me she make the show interesting either way it go. But But yeah, what else? Let's see. Naomi told Jacob she met up with June's sister Regina. And she slammed the door in her face after she mentioned June. And they was just talking about that, and then she just popped up. And Jacob realizes that that's her. She came over, they was talking, might as well get this out the way. They was talking and everything, and she basically, she didn't specifically say, what went down, but she was just saying how June was and stuff like that. She showed the photo. Naomi showed the photo, and she was like, where'd you get that? And she showed the real photo. It's two, I think it's a girl and a boy, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a girl and a boy, Ron and Cecile or Celia or something like that. I don't know, y'all. And she was like, she been searching for them kids. They got adopted. It's a closed adoption. She can't find them nowhere and stuff like that. No, and she said, did she say one of them was prepping for college or both of them? And I was like, how old is Smitty? Oh, I keep saying Smitty. How old is Samantha and Terrell? How old is they? I said, since they the only ones on the show, wouldn't that mean that it's them? Unless they finna bring in some old people. Hold on, let me scroll down. It said message retracted. What that mean? It got deleted. I done clicked something. Hold on, y'all. It said it got deleted. But yeah, I was like, I don't know where they finna take this storyline. Because first people were saying maybe it's connected to Haley and stuff like that. But they saying the kid's younger. So it can't be. Unless they finna bring some old folks up in here. But yeah, Kat tells Chelsea that she finally lost her V card. Leslie asked Ted for a long sense. Nicole doesn't have to know. And I was saying that was one of the first things out her mouth when she was asking for that money. Nicole doesn't have to know. Had he given her that money, she was going to snitch like it wasn't nothing. She was about to tell it like she ain't going to tell nothing else. I said, when he opened the door, he seen it was her. He should have shut the doggone door. This lady done been over there how many times? And she just walked past him in there. Didn't he close the door too? I was like, see? Divorce. I said, divorce, because ain't no way. I said, ain't no way. You can't be. They was talking about him. They was clowning him on Facebook, y'all. They was saying how he don't think. They was saying how he just do whatever. Somebody said the same thing. I said that he gonna end up hooking up with Leslie. Excuse me. But yeah, what else? I already said Jacob noticed Eva and Leslie with each other. Andre wants to take Ashley out again, says he's interested in something real. Ted asks Leslie what she did with the $50K, and he realizes she spent it on clothes. Tomas trying to talk to Eva already. Hold on, let me see. Hey, Autumn, I bet you Willow gonna wish she would have never sacrificed her marriage. Thank you and kids for that scumbag, but Drew gonna blackmail. What do y'all think, if y'all watch General Hospital 2, how far y'all think they gonna take this Willow and Drew storyline? have never sacrificed her marriage and kids for this scumbag. Drew gonna blackmail with that info. She saw Daisy. Because if Drew can blackmail Willow Boss, he could blackmail her too. Hold on, wait. Let me backtrack. Uh-oh. I done clicked something wrong again. I bet you Willow gonna wish she would have never sacrificed. But Drew gonna blackmail. Is you saying that he gonna blackmail Willow? Cause I was thinking that earlier. I said he know or suspect anyways that she's the one that had Daisy. I said y'all think that he gonna end up blackmailing her? I don't know. I was just saying how the only two that know or suspect is Drew and Nina. I sure said the same thing. But okay, let's see where I stop it. Somebody's trying to talk to Eva, but she said rain check. Nam and Jacob talk to June's sister. Leslie ends up trying to convince Eva to ask Ted for a loan. I was like, she gonna use her brain. I said she's not gonna tell anything. She spent $50,000 on that dress when she crashed Nicole and Ted. Show did. I forgot about that. She showed did. Oh my goodness. She showed did. Well, I say it again. But yeah, Nam and Jacob was talking to Joe's sister. Leslie tried to convince Eva to ask Ted for a loan. I said, don't do it. I said, stay out of it. You just getting in good with your people. Martin done invite you over for pizza. Your daddy has something to do with you. Don't go asking him for nothing. But at least she was honest and said what it was for, though. The kids in the photo already said how they June children. She said she gave them up or something like that. She couldn't be bothered. Chelsea tells Kat to talk to something else and just talk to him about her experience. Maybe she needs more experience, and that's why she didn't enjoy it. Eva goes to Ted and says that she would like to get the loan. He didn't say if he was or if he wasn't, but he did end up hugging her. He said Leslie used Eva to manipulate him or whatever, and she's like, no, she's not using me. I said, she's definitely using you. Matter of fact, she using both of y'all. She's using both of y'all, and y'all both falling for it. He had like he gotta let her up in and stuff. He had like he gotta let her in the hotel room. She bringing sweets. She over here talking about dresses and stuff. He giving her a ride home. I was like, dude, that's the oldest trick in the book. Hold on. Let me see what else. I already said Andre set up a Paris themed dinner for Ash. I don't like when I understand that they ain't official. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't like that. I don't like how people. How do I say it? You know how Andre, he over here sleeping with Danny, but he going out on dates with Ashley. I mean, I guess when you single, you can do whatever you want to do, especially if y'all agree to it or whatever. But I feel like that's playing too many games. There's too much going on. I don't know. I already said Regina said the babies. Oh, no, I didn't. Regina told them that the babies had just vanished. Said she been trying to look for them and stuff, but she can't find them. June ends up showing up. I was waiting on her to see her sister sitting right there. She had seen them together and stuff like that, but then she seen her. I said, she probably gonna be mad. She just started opening up to them. Now, I did see, I don't know if y'all seen this as well, before the whole June's sister thing came about, they were saying that June's supposed to be moving in with, who did they say? Vernon and Anita? I think they said Vernon and Anita. Was it who they said? They were saying somebody. I guess they were just speculating. But yeah. Did anybody else say anything? I don't think anybody else said anything. Hold on, y'all. I think that was it. I think the last thing was June ends up seeing her sister. She was like, Regina. Y'all hear my niece. She getting her hair did. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I think I talked about everything. Let me scan these notes. Yeah, that's it, y'all. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe. Uh-oh.